I got a question about positive and negative effect of TV in the house, and the relationship that we build between the parents and the children. And somehow I feel that it always goes through the TV, because any conversation that we started to have, first thing we need to have is the TV on. So I'd like to have your input on it.
So for those of you who weren't able to hear the question, is basically about the issue of how can you have a quality time with your children, especially when there's something called the TV at home. And family time, yes. Computers. And family time simply becomes sitting down in front of the TV as a family and looking at the TV. This is family time now, okay? The radical solution, which alhamdulillah some of us have managed to do, is not to have a TV at home. And wallahi, it's something I would personally advise you, even though I know many of you are not going to be able to do this. I don't have a TV at home. I don't have a TV at home because I know when it's there, I'm not just going to watch the news. My kids aren't just going to watch cartoons. My wife isn't just going to watch Oprah. I know what's going to happen, the reality of what's going to happen there, okay? So my kids have been raised in a house where there is no TV. Therefore, they are not accustomed to this wastage of time that I find in other kids. I grew up watching TV. I grew up in a normal place, and I know what this box does. You sit there and you literally waste 2 hours, an hour. It doesn't matter. You just waste that time. So the radical solution, and this is what, alhamdulillah, we did this from day one, my wife and I, you just don't have a TV at home. So that when the kids are raised there, they are raised in a little bit of a better environment. No doubt their friends have TV. They know what TV is. They know, but at home, they know that it's not there. And so at home, they play together, they fight together, we have some time together. Wallahi, when my kids fight together, I'm happier that they're doing that than they're watching TV. Because at least they're developing some relationship, right? At least they're learning how to cope with the real world, to cope with one another. So this is, in my opinion, the ideal solution. If that's not going to happen, and the fact of the matter is not going to happen in most households, in that case, you set very strict rules for the television. You set very strict rules. This is what you're going to watch if you do your homework and your chores and whatnot. This is the thing that you get to watch. So it's basically you're the ones who's dictating what they're going to watch. And beyond this, you need to sit down and take an active effort. Now my kids, I read stories to them. That's the best thing. They love it. Every night they come running, so can you read a story to me? And they'll choose a book and we'll do that. Even though the story might be so ridiculous. I mean, I actually read, what is that? That's Cat in the Hat, right? Is that Cat in the Hat one, right? Yeah, my little daughter loves me to read that. Now, sometimes I'm thinking, my God, I should be reading Ibn Taymiyyah or much more Fatawa or Ibn al-Qayyim. But this is a part of being a parent. Wallahi, sit there and you read the Cat in the Hat. For my little daughter, she loves it. This is a part of establishing that relationship. I'm not saying, A'udhu Billah, I'm an ideal parent. But I think if I put that time in, and she's only 4 years old, 5 years, she's that time, it will develop that bond that inshallah later on, she's going to come to me for things far more important than reading Cat in the Hat. So there has to be a two-way street here, right?